Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. Today is going to be a tutorial on this look right here. This is a pretty, like, I would probably say it's like a grungy look, but it's like a grungy with like a twist of like not grungy, because like this is a colorful makeup look, but the eyeshadows are kind of like dark, they're blending into each other. So does this count as a grungy makeup look? Because I kind of think it's grungy, but yeah. So anyway, this is gonna be a tutorial on this look right here. That was very loud. I'm using this palette right here. This is a Morphe 39A palette, and this is what it looks like, and I ended up using it for this video. I am in the process of trying this out, so this is just one of the many looks that I've done with this palette so far. But in this video, I will explain some issues that I've had with this palette so far and how I've sort of worked with them. So there's a lot going on in this video, so if you want to see it create this look, and if you want to see me work with this little puppy right here, then of course keep on watching. The last time I used it, I had some issues with the eyeshadow creasing, and I think it's because I didn't set my eyeshadow base when I was, you know, doing my eyeshadow. So I think that caused an issue with the eyeshadow creasing a ton, because I didn't notice. But I ended up filming a video after I filmed the first video with this palette, and I noticed like that my eyeshadow was really creasing, and I really didn't like that. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set my eyeshadow base, which I haven't done in a long time, because usually I don't set it. Usually it works for me, but I'm just going to try and set it and see if that solves the issue. I'm still working on reviewing this palette. I'm still trying to like create looks with it, because I do want to like make a sort of video where I talk about like my opinions on the palette, but of course I can't do that if I don't work with it. So I kind of want to go into maybe like a blue eyeshadow first today. I want to go into this color right here, and I'm going to be popping this just below my crease area like that. But I'm going to stop about halfway, so it kind of looks like this like weird, I don't know, pizza shape almost. And then I'm going to be dipping in to this color right here. I'm not going to be giving you guys the names of everything, just because like that involves me like literally looking at the insert, and honestly like I kind of want to move quickly in this video, so I don't want to be looking at anything. So really what I'm doing right now is I'm kind of like joining this color together with the blue, so it's kind of like meshing together almost, and then later I'll be blending the whole thing out. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with this like light sort of like tangerine terracotta mango color. It's really just a brown, honestly, and I'm just going to go into my inner corner. Like this is the part, like this is the color that I think that will work for like blending some of the shades out. This color is like super blendable, which I love. Now I'm going in with like a little tiny Morphe M506 brush, and this is a brush that you guys know I love using to blend out my edges. And so I'm going in with a clean brush, and I'm sort of like blending out these edges a bit. Do I have anything on this brush? I feel like I do. This is so awkward. Wait, this brush I know is clean. Let me just fix that a little. Looking at this right now, I feel like I want to go in with maybe this color right here and just run it through my crease, because it is looking a little bit muddy. And I don't think it's necessarily because of the eyeshadow itself. I think it's just because of like my technique. Because I was like taking a pretty big risk with like mixing those three colors. I definitely think it's because I thought that the brush was clean and it wasn't. So I think that there's like some residue. Honestly, I don't even know where my head is in this video. It is looking better right now, but I kind of want to pop in some more purple, because I because I definitely feel like we lost that. So I'm just going back in with this color right here and just putting it back there. You know what I want to do? I think I want to take maybe this color and mix it in a little bit with this one. And what I think I'll do is I'll just run this through the crease on that little area. I mean, something that I definitely love about these shadows is just how blendable they are, so that is definitely a plus for me. I cleaned off the brush again, and now I want to go in with this blue color right here, and I'm going to do the same thing that I did with the purple, except I'm going to sort of like blend this color in outward. This looks so much better than it was before. I love it. I'm going to go back in though with this color right here and just pop it into my inner corner just to brighten things up more. I think I'm going to take this color right here with my finger. It's like this pretty like purpley blue color. And I'm gonna pop it right into the center of my eyelid. I'm lightly tapping it into my inner corner as well. So this is what the eye looks like. This look is kind of grungy and I'm really kind of living for it, honestly. I feel like the colors are vibrant, but because like there's just so many of them and they're kind of blending into each other, it creates like a sense of like this is a smoky eye, but it's a colorful smoky eye because it's kind of dark. You get what I'm saying? So I'm going to be putting on some foundation. The last time I did a look with this palette, I think it was a lot brighter. I definitely don't think it was like as smoky as this look. For my lower lash line, I do want to use this color right here. I feel like this one is becoming one of my favorite colors in the palette, honestly, because I think I used it the last time I did a tutorial with this palette, and I'm using it this time several times. So something that I am noticing, and I'm noticing it right now, is that this palette does work better if you put it on like a powdery surface. Not a super powdery surface, but I am noticing that the eyeshadow looks a lot better than it did the last time I used this palette. My top lash line and on my bottom lash line, it's kind of like a little bit patchy. And I think it's because I didn't set my lower lash line. That's just a little bit of an observation. I'm going to be dipping it back into this color right here and just really softly blending out that bottom color. There's still a little bit of blue left in this brush, but not a lot. If you have a little bit too much of shadow going on your lower lash line, just take your foundation brush and lightly brush at the edges of that shadow and it will like lift your eye more. I think instead of doing like an inner corner highlight, because I do think that if I do an inner corner highlight, it'll take away from the grunginess of this whole thing. I think I'll go in with this color right here with this small brush. Maybe mix it in with this color a bit. Very lightly into my inner corner, but super lightly. For the highlight on my face, I'm going to be using a little bit of that Wet n Wild highlight. This is called Halo, and this is in the shade Gilded Glow. And I'm just going to be putting this on the high points of my face. I think that since the eyes are like so like dark and like a little bit gloomy, I can get away with like using a little bit more highlight. So to make the highlight even more popping, because I feel like this is good, but since I am like having like this really grungy eye look, I think that it might be interesting for me to just like put on some like really heavy highlight. So I'm going to be going in with a Kylie loose pigment highlight. I'm taking an itty bitty brush, lightly brush this highlight onto my cheekbone so it's kind of like really beaming. You know what? I think that we might as well just do my inner corner highlight with this same highlight from Kylie. Oh my goodness. I feel, yeah, no, that might be too much. Oh my god. Oh god, this looks so bad. So for my inner corner highlight, since I have to put on a highlight, I'm going to be using this Mally Beauty highlight. Please work for me. Now I'm mad at myself that I didn't just leave it. For my contour, I'm using my usual, my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This palette, this Mara palette by ColourPop that I just had sitting around here is getting so dirty from like just me touching it, honestly. This is what happens to all my makeup. I mean, you guys know I love to use my fingers when it comes to like certain steps in my routine, but then I touch other things, like I touch my leg, I touch my legs, you know, I touch my like arms, and then I got colored eyeshadow everywhere. Okay, so I'm just gonna go with lips really quickly. I'm using the Rimmel Exaggerate lip liner in the shade Innocent, and then I'm using the Jeffree Star Velour liquid lipstick in the shade Mannequin. For lip gloss, I'm gonna be using the Jouer lip topper in Skinny Dip. Okay, so I'm gonna be using these lashes right here. These are the Eyelure Vegas Nay Fiercely Fabulous lashes. Sorry, I'm out of breath. I'm a little bit out of breath. I actually had to run downstairs and get myself some scissors because these lashes, if I remember correctly, are actually a bit long for me. Yeah, these are long, so I have to cut them. I'm using a little bit of the Kylie highlight for my like décolleté area, just because like I have so much highlight going on like on my face. I kind of want to balance it out a bit. So this is the finished look right here. This is what it looks like. I hope you enjoyed this video and enjoyed me using this palette once more. I really have been liking it a lot. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. Thank you so much for watching. I do post videos pretty often, so if you liked this one, be sure to check out my channel down below. I post videos like right now it's about like 3 to 5 times a week, and they range from like everything from like makeup to photography to lifestyle to travel, like a whole bunch of topics. And yeah, so I hope you check out my channel. It's down below. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.